Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and today I have a fun collaboration. I am participating in Mixed Media Frenzy, and this layout that you're seeing now is what we are using as inspiration. And I am also doing a bit of a 2-for-1 today, so I'm also tackling a challenge that was up on the Cocoa Vanilla Studio International Scrapbooking Weekend event that they ran, and it was a monochrome challenge. So I'm sort of doing 2-for-1. I'm using this Mixed Media Frenzy layout that we chose to scrap lift as my kind of inspiration, but I'm going with a blue theme, which in fairness the original layout had, but I am taking that one step further and going with a monochrome blue theme throughout. So I'm using these super cute photos. It's of my son, well, both of us, but the first photo is of my son looking into a mirror at his grandmother's house and laughing at his reflection. Well, he's looking at me taking a photo, but generally speaking, he laughs at his own reflection, and he loves his own reflection and thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. And every time he sees a mirror or some kind of reflective surface, he looks in it and has a little laugh. So as you saw at the start, I used 2 Dylusions paints. One's called Periwinkle Blue and the other one is After Midnight. I really like the Dylusions paints. I think they're a really good quality. And they're an acrylic paint, but they're a really good quality, and they spread nicely, they dry well. The colour is really opaque. I'm very impressed with them. I've only got 4 of them, I think. And actually I've used a fair amount of the darker blue. And I'm really pleased with them. I could probably have a hell of a lot more, but in all fairness, how much acrylic paint do you really use? Not that much. So trying to limit my purchases a little bit this year, and only buy things that really bring me joy and that I'm excited about. So yeah, that's what we're aiming for. So my paint is not quite dry, although, as I said, it doesn't take long to dry, but it isn't quite dry. So I've put it aside and I am backing my photos. Now I've pulled out a whole heap of Cocoa Vanilla Studio from a whole range of collections, a little bit of Happiness, a little bit of Midnight, a little bit of Wild at Heart, I think, and maybe some Bohemian Dreams. Yeah, there's a whole mix anyway. I just went through and pulled out all the things that were kind of blue. Now, obviously, in my monochrome, I've gone with variations on a theme. So they're all kind of variations of blues, but they are blues. Some are leaning a little bit more towards the green side of blue. So a little bit more kind of turquoise, aqua type, mint type feeling, but they are all blue. And I'm really pleased with the end result, actually. So I am just layering up my photos, pulled out, as you can see, a whole heap of scraps and some full-size 6x8 sheets, and just going nuts with the layering, really. I only put 2, well, when I say going nuts, I only put 2 layers on each photo, not including the white cardstock that's already backing my photos. But I just wanted to add a little bit of the different colours blues down really behind my photos. So I'm just going with the scraps first that I can sort of use up, and then I will cut into one of the full sheets of 6x8. But I was trying to use the scraps first, and I did, and I was pretty happy with that. I didn't use this diagonal stripe on the side. It was just a little bit too white, and I wanted more of the blue to kind of show through on my photo mat. So that's the only reason I didn't go with that, and also the reason I didn't go with the blue and white heart for that same reason. Plus, I really like that blue and white heart paper, and I thought it was a bit of a waste just to use it to mount my photo, because you really can't tell it's a heart when you're mounting a photo and you've only got the tiniest bit peeking out. So yeah, there's my thinking behind my layering. Now, I can tell you already that my video is going to be slightly late for Mixed Media Frenzy. So you've probably already seen the other girls' videos go up, but they will all be linked in the description box down below, so definitely go and check them out. I don't know how many are participating this month with obviously everything that's happening currently. So this is the first time Jess and I have done Mixed Media Frenzy since March. I'm pretty sure we participated each of the Fridays in March, or, well, it's Saturdays in Australia, but Fridays in the US. And I we haven't had a chance really to do them again, and this is the first one we've managed to join back in on, but I know it's going to be slightly late because I was just a little bit behind in my voiceover. But that's okay. We're here in the end. But yeah, the current climate has just made it a bit harder, I think, for some people, us included, to be on top of things. I found personally, I'm really enjoying scrapbooking. It's bringing me a lot of joy, but I'm not necessarily filming all of my stuff. And when I am, I find myself really wanting to do the things that, I don't know, I'm mood scrapping a lot currently. So I just haven't participated in quite as many collaborations as I would normally. And yeah, and I think that's okay. Everyone is getting through as best they can in the current climate. So I hope you guys are all doing well and taking care of yourselves and doing things that bring you joy and fill up your own cup. I am working from home. And my partner, who is a teacher, is also working from home. The schools in Australia are currently closed, although some of the other states are starting to open back up their schools. Victoria hasn't yet, but yeah, we don't know yet. We're finding out next week. At the time of me doing this voiceover, it's Saturday. It's Mother's Day tomorrow, and then we find out next week if restrictions are starting to ease. But currently, I am working from home 4 days a week. My partner is full-time. Lincoln's still at childcare, which is easier for us because I couldn't work if he was at home, which is fine. But yeah, it's just nice for me to be able to keep working. So yeah, it's a bit of a surreal experience. Thankfully, no one we know has been sick. There's not that many cases in Australia, really, when you look at our population. So we've been very lucky here. Everyone's doing really well at the physical distancing and, they're self-isolating. We've got some stay-at-home orders going from our government. So yeah, I think everyone's doing a really, really good job in the current climate. So hats off to all of you, and I hope you're all taking care of yourself. So I didn't talk through anything of what I was doing. I laid out all of my embellishments. I fussy cut out a few butterflies. They were from the Happiness collection, and I stuck everything down. Actually, I haven't stuck it all down yet. I've placed it where I think it's going to go, and I'm just creating my title, which I decided is "Where's Lincoln?" because that is the phrase we always use when he sees some form of reflective surface, and it makes him laugh and look really closely at himself, and he thinks it's hilarious. So yeah, I'm going with that as my title because obviously it has a story behind it. I will do some journaling on this layout. I am doing only 12 by 12s this year. And so normally I don't journal on my 12 by 12 layouts because they sit beside a pocket page spread where I do a lot of journaling. But this year I'm trying something new. I'm only doing 12 by 12. So I will include some more journaling on my pages just to tell the stories, but I don't like to do it on camera. So just so you know, there will be journaling, but it will happen off camera. So I have stuck down all of those embellishments. Now, you may have noticed, if you've got a keen eye, I switched my photos around, mainly because I wanted the photo of Lincoln on his own to kind of be the main focus point because, that is the story. I just happened to take a photo of myself in the mirror as well. I don't take enough photos of myself, so I thought I'd sneak that little one in. But yes, so I wanted that to be the focus, and then you saw that I put my title down the bottom. Now, the original inspiration had the title at the top, and I did like it there, and I could have put it there, but I don't know, I felt like it sat a little bit better underneath my photos, so I tucked it in there. Now I'm adding some navy Heidi Swap Colour Shine. The inspiration piece had a lot of mists as well. They also had some in white, and I wish I had a white mist. Now I know I could use acrylic paint with water, but I'm downstairs in my kitchen filming this on my kitchen table. So I didn't want to go upstairs and get my white acrylic paint and water, but I know I could do that if I wanted to. I do add these blue Nuvo drops. What colour are they actually? It's a very good question. They are the Nuvo Crystal Drops, and they are in Calming Aqua. So there you go. So I add a few of those to each of the clusters, and then we're finished. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Definitely go and check out the other girls participating in Mixed Media Frenzy. All of their videos will be linked down below. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're keeping well and, you know, being able to do some things that bring you joy in this time. And yeah, I hope you're taking care of yourself. Here is a close-up of my layout. I really love how this turned out. I think monochrome blue is lovely. So yeah, I hope you like it as much as I do, and we will see you in the next one. Bye guys.